probably would improve the experience for the Goldwing. Welcome back, Anonymous Biker USA. First time here, welcome. Hit the thumbs up, smash that subscribe. It's free. Here we're talking all things moto. 2024, out on the 2021 Honda Goldwing DCT non-tour. Those of you who have watched the videos on this bike, and there was a lot of you, know that I think this bike is tremendous. It is the quote gold standard for touring, right? But today, all I want to do, seeing that the 2024 was released and really no changes to the bike, and with 2025 coming up as the 50th anniversary for the Goldwing, and rumors are there will be changes. Now, some were as drastic as, wow, building a whole lot of houses there. Some were as drastic as going back to the 1975 first edition Goldwing and releasing a version similar to that, stripped down, no bags, no fairing. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think they will make some changes for the 50th anniversary edition, as they did with the 40th anniversary edition, and we'll see what they'll come up with. But if it's worth trading this in for that, maybe so. But in the meantime, I love the 21, but I'm just gonna say, here are my subjective suggestions to Honda to make the riding experience better on the Honda Goldwing DCT. Now, we know Harley just came out with the CVO ST, and that is probably the most comprehensive turnkey out the door bike Harley has ever made. So I was thinking, well, what could Goldwing do to make this even more turnkey for the bagger version? So let's talk about it. So I've been riding this bike for a little over 2 years. So as much as I've come to really enjoy the experience, there were some little things that I thought, okay, what if Honda on the non-tour version, this bagger, DCT or manual, offered a little more for the experience? What would those things be, in my opinion, as a Goldwing rider, that would add a little more functionality, but also some cosmetics, right? So the first thing, and these are not in order, and I think I have 5 or 6, but this electronic windscreen, which is amazing, would be cool if it came in a smoked color instead of this clear. Now, that is totally subjective. It is cosmetic, but on a bike like this, if you smoked it, I don't mean dark, you still want to be able to see through it a little bit. I know you shouldn't ride looking through the window over top. I'm just saying a smoked version, and I know, yes, you can buy them aftermarket. And everything that I'm going to talk about, pretty much you can do aftermarket, but that's not the purpose of the video. The purpose is turnkey out the door, not having to make any changes, kind of like the CVO ST that Harley just released. But a smoked electronic windscreen that came stock would just add a little flair to the bike, right? Offer another version of the stock bagger, but call it the Bagger DCT SE, special edition, right? Or the manual SE. And it would come with this quote package. The second thing is the TFT screen. Now, I use Honda Navigation. I have no problems with it. But in today's day and age, with all these bikes going with these touchscreen TFTs that are glove friendly, it would be nice if Honda had a touchscreen version on the screen to make it a little easier to navigate. Just, you know, swipe and drag like we're used to these days with phones, computers, laptops, whatever it may be. That would be a nice option, and maybe that's coming. You can toggle with all the joysticks. It's not hard. People have complained that it takes too much time. Doesn't bother me. I'm just saying, to really enhance that experience, a nice touchscreen TFT would be nice. Brings me into, now you can do Apple and Android CarPlay. It is compatible. However, I believe at release of this video, you do still have to, boy, are we slow speed maneuvering skills here. No feet down, crawling. I believe you do have to still hook it up through your comm system in your helmet before it communicates and engages with your system. It would be nice to just plug the phone in and boom, automatic communication, Apple, Android CarPlay right on the screen, that you don't have to go through your comm. Because what if you're not using your comm and you don't want to hook it up, and every time you get off the bike you got to reconnect? If you just plugged in and it was, oh, is it windy? Instantaneous, boom, there we go. Ooh, that side wind is rough. Just a nicety, right? Is any of this required? No. I mean, it's not even required to have a Goldwing. You can buy a 1978 beater on two wheels and still have a lot of fun. But I'm just talking about enhancing the Goldwing experience that is already tremendous. So, being able to eliminate that one step would be nice. This is a touring bike, right? The gold standard has a 5.5 gallon fuel tank. Not bad. But if Honda could some way get another gallon and a half, you imagine if this had 7? And I know, okay, it's going to make the bike heavier. They wanted to shave weight. I get that. But maybe add a little more horsepower. Make up for the extra weight so the bike just scoots along currently as is, but has more fuel capacity. A 6.5, 7 gallon tank on this? Whew, that would be mind-blowing. I mean, you got the GS, the BMW, right, has, I think the trophies have an 8 gallon tank now, which is crazy. But even a 6 gallon tank, I think it's doable. Let's navigate this craziness here. Let's see, what do we got? Nobody. All right. Bueller. All right, now we finally got some open space. So the windscreen, the TFT, the Apple, Android CarPlay, accessibility as soon as you hook into it without the comm system requirement. The gallons of fuel that this is able to carry would be nice, a 6.5, 7 gallon. And then some of the other things, and I'm going to park up here because I'm going to show you. All right, so here it is, right? The Goldwing 2021. Some of the other little things that I think would be a really good idea. If they could partner with a Saddleman, and it would come with a seat like this that's heated. And I know you can upgrade and get the tour version and it's heated and all, but that seat still people say is not the best. And the stock Goldwing seat, it's okay. This thing is phenomenal. Saddleman Road Sofa LS. But on an SE version, if they could partner and match the piping with whatever color the bike is, put that seat on, that would be a phenomenal upgrade. These bags, storage. Let's get into that. The storage on these is fair. I've talked about that before. If they could make these a little bit deeper, just a little bit on each side, it would be such a tremendous upgrade. And then when you have the storage, these bags carry a lot of heat. I've noticed even in the summer when I ride, my camera batteries will lose about 25% capacity fully charged just before I even use them because the heat just sucks it out. So if there was some kind of venting system they could put in the front, louver it here with something exiting out the back just to get some air circulation in there and keep the cargo cool, I think that would be a nice upgrade. Even if, I don't know, if there's a way how pop-up campers, they can pop out some kind of hinge to extend it when you're on a trip where you can have a little extra capacity and then fold it back down to regular size as is. I'm not sure if that's capable, but a little more bag capacity, which leads me into this. You have the cutouts for the luggage rack. Why not just incorporate on this SE version a nice low profile blacked out luggage rack? So you're set, you're done, it's in. Honda issued, done deal, right? coming around here to, a lot of people say on a touring machine, why do we have foot pegs? Personally, I don't mind these. However, if they had a floorboard flip down version like this for the rider on a tour machine, yeah, I think that's a pretty legit suggestion. Let's close up this pigtail on this battery tender here. I think that is a pretty legit suggestion. That would be a nice little, I mean, see how streamlined they are? They fold up. I think that's an easy thing to do on the SE version. But they're not a lot of things, and they are subjective. Just some things that I've come across in owning this bike and riding this bike for quite a while. All of you Goldwing riders, lovers, haters, let me know little nuances or things you would change, add. Again, this bike is complete as is. Stock 2021 DCT non-tour. If you were, though, to come out with a, I don't know, let's say 2025 DCT SE with that kind of package, reasonably priced. Let's say this is I think now 25.6 out the door, 24.6 if you get the manual. So I don't know if you had another $1,000 on for that package, you know, and it's turnkey out the door, and probably a little more than that. But I don't know. Just talking out loud. What do you guys think? Again, the Goldwing is tremendous, but just my feedback after owning it, riding it for a couple years, on a few items that would just make the experience better. So if Honda, you're listening, feel free to email me. Let me contribute on the next design. I'll even ride the prototypes free for 90 days and let you know what I think. Phenomenal machine. Best in class. Recommended highly. Add those little items, and I'm even a happier customer. So let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching, and don't forget,